Good evening, race fans, and welcome to BSTV. We have a wonderful evening of racing for you tonight. This is round 12. It's the last one of this particular GT4 TCR challenge. I'm in the booth. I'm Pete Bingham. Also in the booth with me is the delectable Stacey Jeffries. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete.
And not so silent Yaz Not Yaz. Good evening.
Delectable Yaz. Yes, good evening, everybody.
And doing all the really technical stuff that I generally don't understand is Sam Boozan, as normal, otherwise you won't be seeing any pictures. Evening, Sam.
Good evening, everybody.
Cool. What does that track temperature say, Sam? Oh, it's got it in degrees Fahrenheit, that's why it's in foreign money. Which is why I don't understand what it says. We are
22.
at Suzuka, folks. 22, is it? Oh, 22. That's all right. That it's not as cold as some of the tracks we've raced at this season, but ultimately we are at Suzuka for the last round of this season. It's a good turnout as well tonight. We've got 10 GT4s, which is more than we've seen recently, and I think it's something like 15 TCRs. The TCR championship, Yaz, has been fully sewn up by that annoying boy Stephen Walker for Spectre 6 Purple. He's roughly, just let me count this up. Carry the one squizillion points ahead of Gary Craig in second place. Not much going on there unless it's a fight for second. Would you say?
Yeah, that's sewn up, and he's wearing the coat that he's made with that sewing skills that he's got. He's got that completely in the bag, Stephen Walker. So I guess is there a fight for second place, or has Gary Craig sealed that as well already?
I think Gary's got that nailed, unless you can get more than 300 points for finishing first. And Gary doesn't finish at all, and his car explodes and kills everybody. So yeah, I think that one's tied up as well. I think the fight is for third between Shane Powell and Matt Elmore.
Yeah, I think it's really just for the minor places now. In saying that, we had some late entries in Dan Mould, who's been showing some really good racing over the last couple of weeks since he entered. So even though he's out of the running, he's definitely not going to let those top 3 or 4 get away this evening.
No, he's got very pointy elbows in TCR, it has to be said. And Stacey, GT4, you could say it's all to play for. 16 points between Simon Trendle on the top of the pile. There he is in his BMW in the Team Chimera. And Chris Shaw, who's on 1,512 points. What's Chris driving this week? Is he driving a Porsche? I bet he is. Yes, there he is. Sam's put a poll on YouTube. I don't mean a greased one or one that you can dance around. But what are your thoughts on Simon versus Chris? I don't think there's anybody gonna put it to them because Wobbly, who is in third, is 100 points behind.
Okay, well, we all know that Wobbly's going to win the race and Simon's going to come second, beating Chris Shaw.
Oh, do we now? Right, that wasn't what I voted for. Anyway, Suzuka, Yaz. Historically, a very slippy track. And I was doing my practice session as normal the other day. I didn't do the official last night because I had work to do. How rude. But I found that this track is grippier these days than it used to be. As long as you don't push your chances, as long as you don't push the envelope and drive it into the corners too hard, and you are super smooth, the track rewards you. I spent a lap following Dan Mould round, and did exactly what he did and found myself a second instantly. Is that your experience of Suzuka?
Finding a second, chasing Dan Mould around, or which part is that? The slippy part?
Just pick your fight, really. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, this track it used to be quite slippy. I think with the temperatures at the moment, there might be a bit more grip than usual. However, these guys know what they're doing. They know what to do with these cars, and they'll work that slippiness into what they're doing. So you know, we'll see. I have a feeling we'll see some good racing tonight. Looking at the qualifying times already, you know, it's a good mix at the front. Chris Shaw showing some really that he's ahead of the pack, really bringing it this evening. But the other two contenders right behind him, Wobbly Niekamp and Simon Trendle. Wobbly's just out of reach of the championship. He had a really unlucky time last week, being taken out of the lead in that one, and that really cost him a chance at the championship tonight. We would have seen 3 cars in the running for first place, instead of just the 2, which leaves it very tight this evening in the GT4s. The TCRs, what do we say? As usual, you know, it's going to be a really close race in the TCRs, as we see every evening, every night. So I'm seeing something very weird going on there. Has Mark Draper changed cars?
Yes, he has. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, he's
I almost thought he was. 3 seconds faster than any of the other TCRs, which really didn't make sense.
No, he's in the Porsche. He's abandoned the TCR.
Yeah, so if you look at those times in the TCRs in the quality time so far, that top 4 there, the 4 that we spoke about, Stephen Walker, Sam Blees, Gary Craig, Dan Mould, all within 2/10 of a second between them. So yeah, we're definitely going to see a good finish to the season if everybody can keep it clean.
Yeah, absolutely. If we can jump on board with someone, Sam, who's going to do us a lap in anger, Simon Trendle. So we nail it down here, just so that everybody gets a feel for what these guys are doing. See through the little envelope there that we're diving into first corner. Do you know what this is called, Stacey? Stacey's gone. She abandoned us. No, this is called first corner. Then we go into what's called the snake, which is a series of S's that take us up to the anti-bank curve. And I'll point that out to you in a second. So this corner is anti-bank, because the camber is against you and you wash out to the left. Then you got Dunlop, which is this beast of a corner. It goes on forever, or it feels like it does when you're trying to get on the gas. And then you fire yourself up and over this little tiny brow into the Degners. So this is Degner 1. You run the car out a little wide there, you can do. And then Degner 2, take yourself a bit of curve. Don't run wide here, it's easy to pick up a 1X at that point. Then we're going to run down here, do the little kink here, and into the hairpin. This is probably one of the sharpest hairpins you'll ever encounter. And then we do 200R, so radius 200. And this one goes on for a little while, but you can get some good toe around here, especially in the TCR. It still picks up for quite a distance back. And then we're into spoon, which is this one. The Japanese must have very strange cutlery, because it's a very strange shape for a spoon. But if you take a late apex here, you can get on the gas very well and get yourself a good amount of toe, heading down backstretch, which is the conveniently named backstretch. Don't do what Wobbly did the other day and nip into the temporary pits on the right hand side there. That's not funny, even though Wobbly thought it was. And you've just been through 130R, so radius 130, and then you're into Casino Triangle, which is this this chicane just here. Before you get onto, do you know what this turn's called, Stacey?
No.
No idea. It's called a last curve, and then we're over the start-finish straight, and we start another lap. So there's a running lap in a BMW for you. We've not got a great deal of time left, but we'll certainly try and do a lap with Dan Mould. He is your fastest TCR at the moment in our qualifying session. I'll just run through while he heads very slowly towards first corner. Dan Mould is your provisional poleman, with Sam Blees in second, not on track, and Stephen Walker in third, who is on track and probably going to try and get himself a better lap. In front of Dan here, we have a tow car who's pulling him around the track and probably making him go a little bit faster, which is a race spot car. I think it's Scott Malcolm, I'm not really that sure. Oh, it is, right, cheers, thank you. I'm going to talk about GT4 for a minute while we go through Snake at the moment. and into Dunlop. Oh no, we're not. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're out of Anti-Bank and into Dunlop, and then we're going to talk about GT4. Wobbly is the fastest car. He's obviously cheating for BSTV Esports Pink. He's your provisional poleman for GT4, with Chris Shaw in second and Simon Trendle in third. So I still think that Chris is going to beat Simon to the challenge, but we'll see what the BSTV team can do about the Chimera boys. Jamie Wilson is also in here for Team Chimera. You'll see the different lines that the TCR takes compared to the GT4 front-wheel drive car. Less wheel spin and understeer going into corners. This thing, you just gas it to pull the car around. He's got a bag full of tow here. That car in front may actually do him a bit of damage here, because it's going to slow him down unless he can get a really hot drive out of Spoon Corner. He's on the gas. The session's gone checkered, but they do in this league have the time to finish their laps. He's going to get a decent amount of tow here, but will it make up for the time he's lost? He's bailed. Nah, he's had it. That car got too much in his way, Scott Malcolm. Scott is second off last at the moment in TCR. He's going to do the last two turns. Hopefully he can improve his time. Lots of curb. That's quite a good line through there, to be fair. Not carrying a great deal of speed. And then down and over the line. Hopefully this is an improvement for Scott. Doesn't look like it. No, I don't think so. 214.91. Oh, actually, it was an improvement in time, but it didn't actually move him up the standings. So, that's qualifying over. We'll get into doing the starting positions, your grid positions, in a second. This is a rolling start, so we've got a lap to get through the timing. The grid. Not a lap. Where do we start? 130R. Last turn. Damn. Okay. So we're going to have to be reasonably quick with this.
Yeah, so we've got the GT4s lining up with Weber Camp in first place, Chris Shaw in second. Those are both BSTV Esport Pink cars. Third, we've got Simon Trendle for Team Chimera, Tyler Newitt in fourth for BSTV Orange, Stefan Goebel VTS Esport in fifth, ahead of Rob Venin for BSTV Esport Orange, Mark Draper in the Porsche now for Workout by Result in seventh, Jamie Wilson Team Chimera in eighth, and then Chris Needham in ninth, bringing up the rear of the GT4s.
Okay, I'll put my teeth in and try this. So your poleman for TCRs is Dan Mould for Ignium. Sam Blees goes off second for Alpine Stars Geodesic. Stephen Walker off third for Spectre 6 Purple. Gary Craig off fourth for BSTV Sports Green. He should win, really, because he's my teammate. Fifth is Carl Hardy for Safeguard by Result. Then Ryan Walker's in sixth. So that's clearly Stacey's call for the night. Ryan Walker in sixth for BSTV Esports Blue, also known as Brian Stalker. Seventh is Matt Elmore for Spectre 6 Silver. His teammate Shane Powell is in eighth, or starts eighth. Arnaud Chenonnier starts in ninth for RWC Racing, with Russell Cowell in 10th for Spectre 6 Purple. Then we've got Martin Brennan for Safeguard by Result, or also known as Loverboy, also known as, what's the other one? I can't remember now. Ron Pursuit, there we go. 12th is Scott Malcolm, who we were on board with before, for Team Mad Immortal. 13th is Jason Haddington for RWC Racing 2. And David Evers, saying that on purpose because Bill's not here, bringing up the rear of the field. Where are we? We are rolling.
Pace lap is rolling now. So the three contenders leading the way there in the GT4s. And last year's champion Tyler Newitt in fourth. So that front four battle is going to be something to watch in this race.
Evening to Sir Alan on the chat.
Oh, Mr. Alan too. Where are you tonight? He needs to come back and race, doesn't he, Pete?
He does, yeah, definitely. So GT4s make their way through last turn. The pace car has already peeled off, and he's gone, and he's done his teammate no favours whatsoever. Chris Shaw
got caught out completely there.
Yeah, and the TCRs have gone behind them as well. They've not left a lot of room. Probably because these guys are clean, Stacey. They don't crash that much, do they? So they're not fearing the pile-ups into corners.
Ooh, Chris Shaw has dropped all the way back to... What's
Did
that?
I see... Ooh.
Ooh.
That's Weber. Weber gone sideways.
No.
It is. And Tyler. Tyler shot off the track to the left. Don't know what happened there. We'll have to have a look back at that. But TCR, Stacey, seem to be heading off down the road. Dan Moulds dropped them already.
Dan Moulds had a really great start there and been able to put a little gap between himself and the field. And around here, especially on the first lap, that's like gold, having not having someone all up your rear there.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Tyler in booth.
Tyler, what happened, mate?
Well, first Chris jumped the start, so I had to get on the brakes to not pass him, and then I still passed him. So I had a 26-second stop and hold from lap 1, and then I lost it on the brakes into turn 1, so I figured I'd call it.
Right, okay. No recovering that then, I take it.
If I wanted to ride around in the back for an hour, sure.
Yeah, true. We're watching a lovely slow-mo of Wobbly going sideways after his contact there with Simon.
Yeah, that was all on him too.
Yes. Yeah, he shouldn't have been turning in that sharply on Simon, to be fair. But he's done the right thing. He stayed off the racing line and held his brakes. Shame that, Tyler. You had good pace here tonight and could have assisted Chris if you hadn't jumped the start. Does that mean that Chris is going to end up with a penalty?
No, because he backed off in time. He should He should be all right. But now he's stuck behind Stefan, which is going to make his job tougher. And me and Wobbly are not going to finish ahead of Simon, which is also going to make his job tougher. So
very much so. So it's quite a dramatic start to this final race of the season. GT4 is where the real battle for the top of the podium is still to be fought this good evening. Whereas TCR's already sorted out pretty much. Are you going to stay with us, or are you going to disappear off and do cat things?
I think I might disappear off and do cat things.
Yeah, I thought you might. Shame for tonight, mate. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to for your brief drive?
Yeah, shout out to Wobbly for the setup. It killed me in turn 1, so I think it did what he wanted it to do. So that was good. And shout out to BSTV for broadcasting the whole season and doing a good job. And hopefully we'll be back with the next one.
Yeah, we'll see you next season. That is Martin, and he's gone extracurricular there, I think.
I'd like to have a look at that.
Yeah, we'll just say good night to Tyler. Have a nice evening, mate. Shame about
Take care, Tyler.
See ya.
Yeah, he's been helped around there, hasn't he, Stacey? Loverboy.
He's done well to keep it out the wall there.
I think that was that a result car, Yaz, that gave him a bit of a nudge?
It was between I think it was between David Ayres and Scott Malcolm that they came together there, the three of them. I can't see couldn't exactly see what happened, but Martin did well to keep it out of the wall there. Just shaved the side of the wall there, so he can keep on going.
Yeah, no damage done, just a bit of blushes, but there you go. That's part of racing, sadly. And somebody's on Stacey's hate mail. Here we go, this is it. So who actually did the deed? It was Scott.
Scott.
Well, not surprised.
I'm going to say that Martin turned in on him.
Just a little bit. Simon Trindle.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. That is a game changer. Race director is absolutely right. What the hell? We have to see a replay. Have to.
And he was all on his own there as well.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing things on their own here this evening. Well, except for Martin.
On the gas just a bit too soon.
That is such a shame. I was really hoping that Simon was going to, take the overall championship win tonight.
Yeah, this is sensational last race of the season stuff. You could not have written it better than this, if you know what I mean. That means that Simon's going to have to...
No, sorry, Pete.
I was going to say, that means that Simon's going to have to do this now on tactics and raw speed. So he's going to have to take this back to Chris Shaw, who is now your race leader.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We didn't see how Chris Shaw passed Stefan Goebel, but yeah, Simon Triddle's now dropped about 11 seconds behind the leader, who is Chris Shaw and his adversary this evening. If he can get that back, we'll have to see. We know that Simon Triddle has really been one of the best at the pit stops. He comes in quick. He knows he saves a little bit of fuel so that he can be stationary for the shortest period of time. So we know he'll be able to claw back some time on that. That being said, Chris Shaw isn't a slouch when it comes to pit strategies either. So Simon's going to have to drive his socks off to get back into the running. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he can do it, Stacey?
Everything that I've cheered for so far, I've had a bit of an incident. But on another note, going back to the TCR, this is absolutely brilliant. This is the first time, I think, when I've actually been in the broadcast and actually watched this. We've got a different front runner. I mean, you were saying at the beginning that Dan Mould was certainly one to watch, and you're completely right, because he's absolutely storming away there, doing the best he possibly can. I'm really surprised. Stephen Walker.
Stephen Walker's in 4th place at the minute, sat behind the person that should be winning, Gary Craig, my teammate. Not that I'm biased at all.
Gary Craig.
There we go. We got Gary's theme tune going. I don't know whether his fan club are on, but there you go, boys. You got that to beat now. Evening to Andrew McKinley on the chat. Good evening to you. Welcome. Don't forget to join the poll, which Sam has put onto YouTube for the winner of GT4, because that's all up for grabs. I think it's going to be a bit of trouble for Simon to get back now and regain the lead, as it were. He doesn't need to win, I don't think. I think he needs to come like 1 place behind Chris Shaw. So anything could happen still, because we've seen lots of drama already. This is going to turn out to be quite a good race, I think. Not for Simon Trendle right now, understandably, and certainly not for Tyler Newitt. Probably not for Wobbly, seeing as he's now, he's 13th in TCR. Never good, because he's driving a GT4. Stefan is still on the boot lid, really, of Chris Shaw. He's not managing to gap him just yet. And the other BSTV car there, the red one, or orange rather, is Rob Venn. So we'll have to see what happens there. Yaz. Mm-hmm. Dan Mould ahead of Sam Blease, ahead of Gary Craig, ahead of Stephen. As Stacey just said, we've not seen that before. We've usually seen Stephen Walker naff off down the road by 15 seconds or more. What's the difference here, do you think?
Well, remember Dan Mould got put in the wall on the first corner last week, so we didn't get to see his pace. The week before, was it the week before when we were at Donington Park? Wobbly Kneecap's favourite track. We saw Dan Mould in the mix up front for most of that race. And yeah, like I said earlier, we know he's joined late is the only reason he's not in the running for the championship or for the top spots right now, because he's joined late, but he definitely does have the pace to be up there. So currently, yes, he's showing that. It's just a matter of him doing that for an hour. An hour is a long time in these cars. The guys usually practice doing the official races, which is half an hour, and needing to then put an hour together is usually the challenge that these guys have. So if Dan can pull that off, he's definitely in the pound seats for a good result here.
Yeah, and as we watch Brian Stalker doing a move on Russell.
And while you were talking to Yaz, you saw Stephen Walker move up into 3rd place, so he's on his way through.
Oh, that's devastating, but well spotted. I didn't spot that, Stacey, so good eyes. Come on, Gary, get it back, mate.
Yeah, and Carl Hardy's right on the tail of that pair, so he's also showing some pace.
Yeah, he was good round here the last time we raced here, if you remember. I'm going back a bit now, a couple of seasons, I think. I'll get corrected at some point later. He was quick round here last time, and so was David Ayres, and sadly, David Ayres has been dumped by his own internet. I think he's got screen freeze, he says on the chat, and decided to bail out of the race rather than risk taking anybody out. So respect for that. Shame you can't be as competitive as you were last time out or have reliable internet. So we've lost another, I'm afraid, guys.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a track that clicks, and I think this is the one that works for Carl.
Yeah.
He's all over the back of Gary there, and I'm sure he likes this track very much. Looking at the pace he's showing here, so hopefully he can keep it up there with the big boys. Not that he's a small boy at all, but hopefully he can keep it up there with the big guns and. The last few races he's made a few mistakes in the pits and everywhere else. Not to jinx him now, but let's hope he can put it all together.
Yeah, absolutely. He's Gary's closing back in on Stephen in the second half of the lap, and then Carl's just taking a massive chunk out of both of them. But this is going to be very interesting. So this is Stefan on Chris. He's having a damn good look on the inside in the snake, which is not normally an overtaking place. So I don't know what he's trying to do there. Simon Trendle has 4.5 seconds, call it, to the next car in front, Chris Needham. And that is, it's kind of hovering around that point, to be honest. Whereas these three are inseparable at the moment. I don't know whether either of the other two of you heard that. That was Wobbly on the in-game chat, in the in-sim chat, saying, I can't repeat the whole of it because it had swear words in it, but he said, ha ha, I didn't wreck. There were other bits added to that sentence, but there you go. Referencing me,
Wobbly.
by the way. What?
Team Wobbly.
Who is Team Wobbly?
Me. When I say Wobbly, you say...
He needs to
Sneak
correct.
up. Sneak up.
we go reverse. When you
Oh my god, I've seen it all.
heard it all.
Deary me. That's hilarious. Right, so back to normal racing where Wobbly's not involved. So this is Jamie Wilson getting tracked down by Mark Draper. This is his first time out in the car and he's in 4th place. Granted, some people have dived off the track in front of him. And he's closing in on Jamie Wilson. This is... Ooh, Stefan, what are you doing? Well, that's Stefan out of that front run for a while at least. Those tyres are going to be super hot now. Surprised that Sam didn't whack the old slow-mo button there, but never mind, he didn't drive for BSTV, so maybe that's why. Meanwhile, it's a funny paint job, that, isn't it, from Mark Draper? It looks like reptile skin or something, I don't know. Anyway, no, Wobbly, you don't get a tenner for wiping yourself out. That's not part of the rules.
Well, he give us 10.
Oh, he gives us 10.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah,
that works. Yeah, we'll have that.
10 each,
Definitely.
not 10 overall. Because
No. Yeah, it's the amount of people in the booth, so he's just lost 40 quid. Right, okay. I'm going with that. So, Arnaud Chenonnier very much closing in on the back of Matt Elmore now. I'm usually racing against Matt Elmore, so... and he's got his teammate right in front of him as well, so that's Shane Powell then for Spectre 6 Silver, 2 cars in front. So a couple of places for Arnaud here. He's not been long into the TCR, has he, Stacey? But he's picked it up very quickly. He's shown that he's very, very capable.
He's definitely got the pace for sure. I think the car's certainly coming to him over the weeks.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get in the top 4 last time because he finished right up there. It's going to be a bit of a struggle because the guys at the front are very, very fast this week. These being they. And in front of these guys, look at that. Sam Blease is now caught onto the back of Dan Mould. These two clearly showing that they are a cut above right now, at least, Jazz. And pulling away from the rest of them.
Yeah, it looks like the two up front are putting on a show. But then we've got a real chase in our hands behind them with the 3 cars in very close proximity to each other. Stephen Walker, Gary Craig, and Carl Hardy. That looks like it's a battle that could go on for quite some time there. And yeah, there's just these chunks of cars all over the track. I mean, we were talking about Stephen Walker, Gary Clay, Carl Hardy. Then they've got another pack of 3 that we were just watching: Shane Powell, Matt Almo, and Arne Shenanier, also in close proximity. So yeah, it looks like there are some battles going on all over the show.
Yeah, and we've got Simon Trendle making his way back through the field, Stacey. He's going to have to really put his foot down here, isn't he? Because he's well, what's that? 10 seconds back from Chris Shaw now, and traffic in front of him. Is it a better idea to pit, do you think, or will that put him too far into the TCRs? Is there a tactic here that can get him back on terms, do you think?
He's clever. He's clever. He'll find a way. He's very clever. What he's going to do, I've got no idea. Yaz, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's just going to have to drive his socks off here. I think it's too early for a pit stop. He's already from the time that he's spun out to where he is now, he's already picked up a couple of seconds. The gap now is 9.5 from Chris Shaw at the front. So he's already clawing back a few seconds, and that's all he needs to do. And then once the pit stops comes, he can hope to jump a few of the guys ahead of him, and get closer to Chris Shaw.
Yeah, just to answer Andrew McKinley on the chat, I know Sam's had a pop at it. ITCR is our other league that runs on a Sunday. It will be back for another season. Do you know when it starts, Sam? Has Clyde put that in the calendar? I think he has, hasn't he?
Well, it starts with season 1 of... Well, week 1 of season 4.
Week 1 of season... Oh, right, in a fortnight's time, then.
Yeah. I mean,
right,
we are following the seasons for this one, so...
No. ITCR. Not this one.
ITCR. Oh, jeez. I read that wrong. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm just
well, it's not ended yet, so... But I think we're gonna launch a second season for sure. But I don't know when it will start. I'm not gonna lie, I have not looked at what Clyde did. So
ITCR season 1. He's got season 1 in. That can't be right. I can't find season 2 at the minute. There will be a season 2 because it's horrifically popular and is wholly entertaining. So yeah, we'll get back to you on that, Andrew, and see what Clyde's got planned for the calendar. Meanwhile, Sam Blaze fully in the tow. Do you reckon he's doing any fuel saving, guys? It's an option round here. It's an option around any track, but round Suzuka, you can save a massive amount of fuel every lap if you choose to, and it'll reduce his pit time. Will it? I can't remember how this works out now. You need the same amount of fuel, but if you save fuel, yeah, he might be stationary for a few seconds shorter. If he manages to save enough. So do you think that's a tactic, or is he just going to go straight to the front?
Yeah, I think that needs to be his tactic here, is that he's not going to jump it all in one go. He's going to have to take all the positions he can when he can. So I think that his first mission here is to try and go faster than the front runners, and just pull that gap back before the pit stops, and then try and gain as much as he can in the pit stops, and then just chase down Chris Shaw without making any mistakes. Yeah, to win the championship here, Chris Shaw needs, I think he needs the win. I think there's 20 points between each position, and with 16 points between them, yeah, whoever wins this one or whoever finishes above the other one is going to take it here. So Chris Shaw is definitely looking in the pound seats at the moment. Simon Trennell's got quite a job on his hands.
Yeah, he's got a mountain to climb at the moment. Brian Stalker is now closed in on Arnaud, is that right? Yeah. Arnaud needs to get a wriggle on and get past these Spectre 6 silver cars if he doesn't want to get put down a position. At the front, Sam not managing to overtake Dan at this point. Stacey, has Dan got what it takes to stay in front of him for the whole race? Do you think he's a handy boy in this car, isn't he?
Last week, he really feels that he's got something to prove. He was really looking forward to last week. Unfortunate events happened, and I think he's really been putting in the work. And I really want Dan to win, to be fair, because I think he really deserves it.
Look at this Arno getting masses of slipstream there to get a slingshot round Matt Elmore. It's a tough call to go around the outside there. He's going to have to do a cutback here if he can. But Matt's keeping it tight. He's going to hold him out through the snake here. And just to say, SlackJoe91 on the chat, you are right. Dan and Sam are on a completely different level, a completely different planet at the moment. So that's balanced itself out. Yeah, see, he's not managed to move forward at all there, has he?
Yeah, it looks like it's settling down now. Everybody's settling into their pace. So yeah, we'll have to see where we now. 20 minutes in. We've got another 40 minutes. We should be coming up to the pit window now. Somewhere around here, we're gonna see.
Oh, that's wide.
Is that Matt Elmore?
Yeah, that was Matt Elmore. He was wider than a fat girl at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh.
Am I allowed to say that or not?
That's a bit rough there, but
rough. Okay, all right. I'll try something better next time.
We'll pretend we didn't hear that.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's dropping back now quite quickly from these two. I don't know if he had more trouble trying to get that car back on track there. Stephen Walker's pulling away from Gary Craig here. Carl Hardy's still all over the back of Gary.
He is, and he's been there for quite a long time. You think he'd have done some... Oh, hang on. Is this Scott Walker?
Scott Walker? He's there, yeah. Scott Walker?
Yeah, I did. Is he going round the outside of Russell Cowell? He won't do it 130R, that's for sure. There is no way that you're going to hang that out for that long. He was involved in a number of incidents last time out. He was the wobbly killer from last time. I think I still owe him a tenner for that, I'm not sure. It wasn't absolutely intentional, so I don't think I owe him any money whatsoever. That's the story that I'm sticking to anyway. And we're getting 40 quid from him between the four of us, aren't we? So Wobbly owes us 40 quid for tonight. Anyway, so these two out front, they've gapped Gary Craig now. Oh no, sorry, Stephen Walker, of course, because he got past, yeah, by 3 seconds. That's a handy gap to have achieved. I'm trying to see where Simon Trendle is. He's closing in slowly on Stefan Goebel. And they're both closing in slowly on Mark Draper, who's still on terms with Jamie Wilson, who is Simon's teammate. What a camera shot. Very good, Sam. Our race director is very proud of putting the blimp cam up there. Oh, here we go. Curb cam.
Love it.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Did you blink?
All the time. Each time every car goes over. Don't know why. It's just an affliction that I have. Oh, they're piling into Spoon Corner there. Whilst these three are still line of stone from one another. Gary getting dropped a little bit now by Stephen Walker. He's not out of the tow by any means. He's still going to get the tow down back straight.
Okay, what's happened to Martin Brennan?
Oh, I don't know. He's in the pits for some reason. He's been in there a little while.
I can hear the explicit words from the other room.
Can you? Can you hear the pot of money filling up? Is it like, is he making it rain in the money pot? Is he? He's on his jacks. He's getting his tyres done. That's unusual for a TCR stop for a start.
I think that's probably what it was. Sometimes mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Oh, their jacks were very long there.
Yeah. he entered pit lane according to the event tracker with no incident, so I think he's boxed the car and inadvertently not turned his tyres off, which is an epic mistake for Ron Pursuit. If that is the case, of course.
I think that's probably what's happened by mistake.
Yeah, I think he'll be kicking himself a bit like Simon will be at the end of this for losing it under cold tyres into last turn. So this is Arnaud Chenonnier still holding off Brian Stalker. They're now going to start making their way towards Shane Powell, in theory. I'm surprised that Brian is as low down as he is at the minute. I say low down, he's in like 9th, I think. Because he's usually up with the Gary Craigs and Carl Hardys and Sam Bleases in other races that we've had. Maybe Suzuka just doesn't suit Brian. Oh, good evening to Marco Lewert on the chat. He who is in charge of all our paint. I think that was wobbly, letting TCRs go past in the background there. See, that would be funny to watch.
I'd like to know how much money everyone's been paying Stephen Walker.
Yeah, absolutely.
You must be minted tonight.
Oh, Ryan closing in again on Arnaud Chenonnier. This is the closest battle at the moment. There are a number of close battles at the moment. Scott Malcolm is still trying to fight his way past Russell Cowell. Oh, here we go. This is Loverboy into pit lane. We're just going to show him popping up, are we, or something? Oh, hang on. No. Oh, he's... Hang on. That wasn't what we were supposed to show. Ooh. That's going to sting. So, is that his second entry? It is. Yeah, I think there's going to be a bit more swearing done at your address there, Stacey. All gone very quiet in the Jeffries Brennan household. It can't be good. So, Yaz, do you reckon Ryan's got a way through here, or is he going to wait for a pit stop?
Yeah, I think that Ryan isn't showing excessive pace this evening. So let's see what he can do here. If he can get past Arno, or if he's going to bide his time. He's not running at his usual up the field like you said a little bit earlier. It could just be a case, like you said, this is the one track that doesn't click for him, and he just can't really put it up there like he has shown at some of the others. So yeah, let's see. Looking at the lap times there, yeah, Arno's been lapping a little bit quicker than him, just a tad bit quicker than him. So it would be a little bit difficult for him to actually make the pass on track. So yeah, we'll see if he can do something in the pit stops to get past.
Yeah, and Chris Shaw has got himself a point man now in the form of Rob Then, who is, well, he's 3.5 seconds behind him, but it's another little buffer zone before Simon Trendle gets to them. Simon, where's Simon in terms? Oh, he's very much closing in now on the back of Stefan. He's going to have to really put the foot down. We are how far into this race? Halfway. We are halfway, so Simon has got to get a massive wriggle on now and put more cars behind. Ooh, is that Stefan? Was that Stefan? It was. Stefan exited stage left. Was he helped? That's a question that needs answering. We need a replay of that, Mr. Race Director. As Simon goes into the hairpin. He looks fairly on his own, to be fair. He's got a tyre off on the grass. Struggling to control that one back. And then another tyre off. And then, on his own. Very unusual, Yaz. What do you put that down to? Because I don't know.
Yeah, that looked looked a little bit wobbly there, leading all the way up to when he actually got off there. And I would say Simon Trendle was very lucky to have escaped that one. He looked almost like he had a tracer bullet on him there. But it just turned out in time. And Stefan Goebel just went past the back of him there. So I mean that could have ended in tears for Simon Trendle as well.
Yeah, did you see that one, Stacey, or are you still trying to console Martin?
I was actually eating chocolate, sorry.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. That's a good choice. Console Martin or eat chocolate. Yeah, I'd choose chocolate too.
100%.
So, Simon Trendle, I think, is in the pit. He is in the pits, yes. He's done kind of what I said, which is to pit early and try and get some sort of advantage. I don't know what that advantage is because I'm not very good at sim racing. That's Stefan in the background pitting as a result of his crash. But this must be in the pit window, so he's not lost out too much, and they do get a free repair. Marco Lower saying he hopes Stefan did not hurt in that crash. I think the front of his Porsche definitely hurt. He may not have done. This is Jamie Wilson with Mark Draper in close company. We're going to have to watch this right to the very death because I think that's probably at the beginning of the GT4 pit window for Simon. And we'll have to see how that pans itself out. Stacey, the other Stacey, saying, "Oh no, it is you, isn't it? Yeah, it's you. I keep thinking there's more than one Stacey. Yeah. You can just say it in the stream, you know. You'd have to type it in the YouTube chat."
Okay then. Oh, say it. David's putting the kettle on and offering everybody a cuppa, but I've said mine's a rosé.
Right. Oh right, yeah. Mine is a Cabernet Sauvignon 1978, the year of greatness. All things good came out of 1978. Yeah, just some cheese and crackers would be nice as well while you're at it, mate. That'd be great.
Considering you're not doing anything else at the moment.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, just, bimbling around. Anyway, these three still together. What's your favourite?
Chris Shaw's pulling to the butts.
Yeah, ignore that. What's your favourite cheese, Yaz?
The yellow kind.
Yellow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good. So no taste there then. Stacey, favourite cheese?
I like a lot of cheese. I can't tell you. I like a nice Wensleydale.
Very good. Very nice Wensleydale. Sam, what cheese is your favourite?
I don't really like cheese.
What is wrong with you? Right, move on. He's not worth talking to ever again.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got four cars in the pit lane in the GT4s now.
All right, here we go.
Welcome back, Pete. He said.
That was funny. I was like, what did I press? And I was like, oh, right, okay. Oh, dear. I think Stefan just got punted round the corner.
Well, they made him a bit faster. They made him go a bit faster on that corner there.
Oh, God, that's close.
That was a track as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dan Mould is in the pits now from the lead of the race. He's the only GT4 to have braved an early pit stop because this is earlier. What?
GT4, okay.
Hey?
You said GT4.
Did I? TCR is what I meant. Okay. It was the stress and trauma of being ejected from my own booth, to be honest. Anyway, so Dan Mould dropping back as a result of his pit stop. Simon Trendle, at the minute, having pitted, is now in fourth place, with cars in front of him needing to pit.
Well, Chris Shaw, Rob Venn, Simon Trendle, Jamie Wilson have all pitted. It's just Mark Draper that's running out front that still needs to stop. Yeah, you were all about the cheese when everything was happening.
Yeah, cheese is important.
Yeah, and Simon Trindle's just got Rob Vin between himself and Grosjean now, and he's brought that gap down to, I think it's around 7 seconds.
7, yeah.
So he's brought that gap down, but he needs to get through Rob Vin now to be able to chase down Grosjean to make an impression on that lead. For the last 25 minutes, saying that Mark Draper's now pulled into the pit, so we should see a few of them get past. Mark Draper might come out here just behind Grosjean. Yeah, these two are battling. Simon Trindle definitely wants to get past Rob Vin as soon as he can. But what we do know is that Rob Vin isn't someone who lets you by just getting by easily. So that's going to be a battle that Simon's going to have to get past.
Yeah, and not when his sister team. Oh, hang on, this is close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so there's a leapfrog happened. 2 of them actually.
Yeah, they've leaped that frog car of Mark Draper there.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt for something more important. So, Martin Brennan says, any cheese with garlic in it, which I agree with entirely. That's Gary Craig in the pits. That's more important than cheese, but only slightly. Apple smoked cheddar for Alan Toon. Then Martin was dribbling, which you should really know about, Stacey, just in case you want to reevaluate your life.
What have we got? We've got some
wobbly.
cheese in the picture there.
Yeah, we do have lots of cheese in the picture. That's called wobbly. And it's cheesy chin somewhere in there. That's not a nice picture. Anyway, cheese with garlic on it. There should be a law against that, says David Ayres. That's just... David, you're dead to me. Stilton and Brie, Alan Toon, good man. Very stylish. And deep fried brie for David Ayres, which I wholeheartedly agree with. I'll even do that in breadcrumbs with some cranberry sauce. Anyway, back to something not as exciting as these. Clearly, this is Brian Stalker chasing down Arnaud Chenonnier still.
Yeah, these like you said, these two are. Where are they running in 4th and 5th at the moment in the
Yeah, that's right.
But they haven't stopped yet. So none of the top 6 or 7 have not yet stopped in the TCR. So there's still a fight going on there. Yeah, this battle is the one that's interesting here. Simon Trindle is being held up a little bit. The gap to Chris Shaw has opened up a little bit. While they're doing battle here, Rob Venn is making this car as wide as possible, defending his fellow BSTV esport driver, but also for the 2nd place. But it is costing them some time, and Chris Shaw's pulling away at the front.
Yeah, and here goes Scott Malcolm trying to do the outside of 130R again. He's tried this once before, it didn't work. I don't think it's going to work again, and it doesn't. So, what was I going to say at this point? I can't remember now. I had something very poignant and life-changing for everybody to hear, and I can't remember what it was.
Was it about cheese?
It might have been about cheese, yeah. But I'm not sure it was now. Oh, it was, where is Dan Mould? Let's put a camera on Dan Mould if we can, because I want to see if he's in traffic. He's not. So his charge to the top of GT4 may well continue as we go back to where the action is at. I just wanted to see if he was in contention and being slowed down at all, but he isn't. Ooh! Whoa, dear! Now,
Little nudge there, I think.
Yeah, I'm lost for words. That's not good in a commentator, is it? So Simon tried it down the inside of Rob and then thought better of it, Stacey, at the very last second and bailed out.
Yeah, Simon just needs to be patient here. He doesn't want to make any desperate moves, even if he is desperate to get past Rob Vane now. It's been a few laps that he's really been all over the back of him. But yeah, he just needs to make it as calculated as possible so that he doesn't put his own race in jeopardy.
Yeah, and David Ayre says it sounds like Saturday morning kitchen in the booth. I'm going to go downstairs after the race is finished and find my cheese collection. That's right, folks. Cheese collection.
What we could have done mould.
Oh dear. So Sam, what points difference is there in first, second, and third place in GT4 on offer at the moment? Is second place enough for Simon?
No.
Let me go check the rules.
Cheers, thank you. Yaz has already decided that it's not. Ooh dear, that's a bit close there. Like, he's nearly pushing him round first corner.
There's 20 points between first and second, 20 between second and third, and
Right.
20 between third and fourth.
So what we're saying here, Stacey, is Simon needs to win.
He certainly does, but
Oh
Rob
no, he's not going to win
now.
now. Oh dear.
Yeah, and that's it. That's
like
the
Dead or Alive
desperation that we were
again.
talking about. Yeah. So I mean, there was he really is on a hiding to nothing.
Yeah, he is now.
Yeah, he's
Sorry,
on a hiding to nothing. So he needs to go as quickly as he can. You know, and there's no point in him being behind anybody. It's if he doesn't win it, there really is nothing in it for him. And I think that's what he was going for there, just trying to get past and
Yeah.
made a mistake.
Yeah,
made
he
a mistake.
knew he had to keep in it, and that's what happened. Oh, I feel so bad for Simon Trendle. What did you say, Stacey? What did you say?
I'm gutted, absolutely gutted for him. He obviously had a few mistakes at the beginning. He was coming up the field. He was doing a good job. He just lost that bit of concentration because he wants it so bad. So fair play to him. He gave it a good fight for sure. But you never know. Things happen. Anything can happen up front. Anyone else can make a mistake. So still got time.
Yeah. I mean, Chris could chuck it to the wall. It's unlikely because we know how capable he is. We know how capable Simon is, to be fair. And it's a shame that that's not going to go right to the line on this last race of this season.
That's really unlucky for Simon. It has put him out of contention for a win in this race now.
Yeah.
And Chris Shaw has really put himself far out ahead of the track, and there's quite a bit of distance between him and any other car, both ways, behind him and ahead of him. So he's got some clear track for some time, for a couple of laps at least.
Yeah, as Stephen Walker boxes the car for his scheduled stop. Stan Blease staying out, Carl Hardy, Arnaud Chenonnier, Matt Elmore, Russell Cowell and Scott Malcolm all still staying out in TCR for now. Although on... Woo!
There's something happening with the Almira cars.
Yeah. It's catching.
That's... Oof, that was...
He's doing a 300-point turn. And Sam has been good enough, and I say that in inverted commas, to show his inset camera at that point as well. So Jamie will very much appreciate that, Sam. I think you're off his Christmas list.
Oh, and Stefan Goebbels wheel hit.
Yeah, his car just ate his left rear wheel. He'll now know that his rear suspension snapped. Not good.
TCR's been picked.
Lots of them as well.
I think he just turned in on it was just a bit of
headlights. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Jamie had to turn in at some point, and because he would have run out of track anyway. An unfortunate ending to that exchange. Been a bit messy tonight, Stacey, don't you think?
Yeah, it's not the racing that we usually see, to be honest. So not quite sure what's going on. Maybe it's not a track.
Inspired by the desperation to win on the last race of the season, do you think?
I think so, but I think it's not a track for some people. I don't think it's a favourite, to be honest.
I think some people like it. I love this track. I never used to, by the way. It used to be so slippy you could barely get around it. I feel it's got grip now as long as you approach it calmly, smoothly, and carry speed through the corners rather than pushing the car through the corners. As Sam Blees pits his TCR. Ooh, that's very wide. Was that wobbly? There's only one car going to be that far wide, and it is as well.
That's for sure.
Oh, is it? What?
Yep,
Oh, wow, he
that's
was
sure,
way
I think,
off
yeah.
track. Okay.
Is it?
No. No, that's wobbly. He's gone through the other pit lane, that's why. Hopefully, that is a joke between him and Gary Craig, who's right behind him, because he did that in the practice session the other day, and you don't get penalised for speeding through that pit lane, I don't think. Arno Chinonier leaving pit road.
Carl Hardy's also in the pits now, I believe.
Yeah. Oh. How very strange. What was that about? Anybody know? Because I'm lost.
Whoopee.
I think he's just put a message in Discord saying he didn't want to get into the middle of the GT4 field. Or something along those lines. I'm going to have to go and find that message. It popped up on my screen and I couldn't follow it. Martin Brennan says, I love this track until tonight. Yeah, well, any track can have that effect on you. Depends on the night that you have, really. And yeah, not a good one for Martin tonight. Is that Clyde on the chat? Is it Sam? Oh, it's you, right? Okay. So Sam busy flogging the NASCAR truck series that we've got starting. Media day is next week. It should be a blast. It's a series of ovals and road tracks. So if you are interested in oval racing or the NASCAR series, NASCAR truck series, then be sure to have a look on our website.
Does that mean it's talking to people just for fun?
Say that again.
Does that mean the truck stuff? Can you crash into people just for fun?
No, that'll get you a little bit of upset. There may be some tears and boxes of Kleenex handed out. Oh, what's that? Wobbly? Has he tried to go in pit lane and got it wrong?
He's letting everyone by by the looks of it.
Run out of fuel? What is he doing?
I think he's letting the field go or something like that. I think he's just trying to keep out of the way, so fair enough.
What is...
Oh, he's drinking beer, right.
Oh, it's a beer break. Awesome.
Is nobody else interested in what is that behind him?
That was his entire house.
No, it looks like
lives in a small warehouse. What?
That little colourful...
Oh, no, what's that? Ooh! That's going to be an impossible way to get out, impossible situation to get out of. I don't know what I'm watching tonight. This is not like our normal league. It's usually uber clean.
I think Scott was about to pit, and
I think he was about to peel off to pit as well.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And he did. Sideways.
Well, no, I think he escaped the pits. Look at the rear. It's gone. Yeah, he escaped.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, Marco said this is like Austin Powers.
Yeah. It is as well. It's like a parody of what we normally have. It's very strange, this. So this is back at the very front. Chris Shaw under pressure now from Rob Venn.
I think this is wobbly kneecap.
Oh, is it wobbly? Oh, it is. Yeah. If only Rob knew he had 1 pint in one hand and the steering wheel in the other.
No, that looks like a Barbie Dreamhouse behind wobbly there.
It is. Apparently that's his favourite toy. Yeah. Let's see what else can we see back there.
Looks like there's no soul in that face.
No, there isn't. There's not a lot going on, is there? I think if he turned his head to the side, we could see clear daylight from one ear to the other.
Well, he's got a headset, so probably not. But
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
you can see the end of the universe through her eyes. Yeah, it's good. I love it.
That's brilliant. Oh dear, that's hilarious. So, anyway. Oh, Mark Draper. Oh, that's very wide for Mark Draper. But he's managed to embarrass Wobbly enough. So that's fine. It's been the strangest last race of the season. I don't remember one as weird as this. Wobbly's gone down the other pit lane again and come out of it again.
Everyone's on the beers. They must be.
I think they have to be, yeah. This is bizarre.
Everyone's doing things they don't usually do, or what you don't expect them to do, which is just stupid mistakes.
Yeah, and it's very uncharacteristic of this league. It's usually really super clean. It seemed to start early on with some self-inflicted injuries from the likes of Wobbly and Simon, and then has escalated into, I think, a bit of desperation along the way. Scott's pitted in the wrong pit lane and then quit the car.
So look at that for TCR. We still got Dan Mould in the lead. Absolutely brilliant. I really think
he's taking it to them for sure.
he's either going to be our new winner or someone's paid Stephen Walker to actually stay back.
Yeah, 7 seconds ahead of these three is Chris Shaw, who is very, very likely now to be our... we've got, what, 7 minutes left or 8 minutes left to be our champion for this season after Simon Trundle's woes of tonight. Evening to James on the chat.
So Pete, if you were racing, whereabouts do you think you'd be right now?
In the pit lane.
Probably.
I do like Suzuka, and Suzuka's been kind to me on a number of occasions. I'm not. Oh, there goes Wobbly down the false pit lane again, or the other pit lane.
He's having a right laugh.
He's just taken both. If you look, he's taken both of his wing mirrors off doing that one move there. Oh no, Mark! What are you doing? Oh, hey, what is going on tonight?
Another one.
Yeah,
It's a shame you missed Wobbly.
it is. Yeah, I'd have given him a tenner just for that.
Yeah, so minus 10 points for that.
Yeah. He's just lost it going around 130R.
Yeah, just it's just very fast around there, and if you put your foot down on the wrong part, which he did there, a little bit on that AstroTurf, it's just going to swing the car completely around.
Yeah, let's see how much of a brown trouser moment it was for Wobbly. Nothing at all. He wouldn't have even realised that he was coming across the back of him. Shame.
It's another one up.
Would there be a GTCC league again? I don't think so. I think that one's getting substituted for the NASCAR trucks. I'm sure Sam will correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it is. It's not official.
Is it not?
No.
It's looking highly likely though, so I'll go out there and say it.
Yeah, I mean, we are troubled with GTCC, so let's face it and let's be honest. I mean, all of the drivers were not at our expected standard. Let's say it like that. So
yeah, I'd agree with that statement absolutely. We're hoping that the NASCAR trucks are popular. There's a lot of people like those. And it should be a good laugh. And actually, you've got to be very skilled to drive those trucks. They're 4 gears and an absolute monster amount of horsepower. And they are a blast to race. It takes a lot of skill to race them. So we're hoping that kicks in and takes effect and is successful.
I find them harder than the Cup cars, in fact.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Way harder.
You've got to be very, very careful on the gas with them, and even worse, be careful on the brakes, because they absolutely snap on you really quick.
You don't need to brake on oval racing.
You do when you put the oval racing onto a road track.
That's true.
Me and Clyde were once in an R-Factor league where we raced proper trucks, as in, you know, like the ones with like a cab. It was the funniest thing I've ever done on a simulator ever in my life. It was just hilarious, and we went around Croft, which is the racetrack near where I live. It was the funniest thing I've ever done on a computer in my life. So, Sam Blease, still chasing down Dan Mould. You've got to imagine that there's going to be some last lap attempt here from Sam.
Yeah, we're down to the last, 4 minutes of this, is it 4 minutes of this race?
Something like that, yeah, I think it's 3. I think there's, oh no, yeah, about, 3 or 4. So I think we've got 2 laps in it. I don't think this is going to be the white flag, I think the next one will.
Yeah, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many cars out? 6 cars out of this race?
Many. Yeah.
Many.
Yeah. Scott Malcolm's been in the pits forever, so we'll include him in the out of race. So yeah, you're right, Sam. Yaz, even 6 cars out.
Yeah, 6
we can
cars
say
out.
Wobbly's out as well, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, Wobbly's done his best to be out. Simon Trindle's done his best to be out of this one.
Yeah.
People have gone round. Oh, Sam Blease is taking
There
Dan
we
Mould.
go. That's it.
No way.
I knew he'd try it. Oh, bit of a bump. A little bit of a bump. I'm here,
Bumpy.
he says. Yeah.
Well, that's Dan Mould has led this race from the beginning and is now given the lead in 3 minutes from the end. Sam Blease has put the move on. Who's this Crishaw? Oh, we haven't seen him today.
Yeah, and race director thinks 2 more. So this one plus 1 more now. There's no flagman waving that I can see anyway. So yeah, I think race director is right. This is Jamie. Oh yeah, curb cam. Oh no!
Yep.
No!
And another one bites the dust.
Oh, Suzuka claims another scalp. Wow.
I'm just gonna stop there because I don't want any copyright strike, of course.
I don't know what has happened this evening. It's crazy.
It is bonkers, isn't it, Stacey? It's just bizarre. These guys have raced like nose to tail and door to door all season. Never seen this many crashes in several races, let alone one. These guys are really taking it to one another now.
I really want Dan to get it back.
Well, there's the Dan Mould fan club in Stacey.
Go on, Dan.
Plus 1 more.
Come on, Dan.
He's going to do this because that is the optimal line for 130R. There's no way Sam can hold that round. He's going to take the 1X anyway.
Nice one. Oh, he deserves this win so much.
He's not got it bagged yet because you don't necessarily need to be leading in the last lap in order to finish it in first place. Tyler on the chat says it seems to be affecting everyone. It really does tonight. It's bizarre. There's no other way to explain it. Wobbly in pit lane trying to keep out of the way. Danish Blue, yeah, Dan Mould. If you've been reading the chat before, you'd know what that was all about. It's another cheese reference.
I think you said it up front, Peter, that this track was slippy, and it's proved to be that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not, the slippiness hasn't completely gone away, of course. So there's Chris Shaw, I think, starting the last lap.
Yeah, this should be the last lap. It is quite. He has gone quite far into this last lap, so let's hope that everybody was filled up enough to make it to the end now.
It's a good point.
Because they might be a little bit tight if anyone decided to shortfall or try and cut it as tight as possible.
Yeah, we've seen people get caught out at Suzuka on fuel before, and it's easy to do actually around here because the fuel consumption is quite violently different if you're in the tow.
Yeah, and it's a very long lap around here as well. So a liter too little could prove very pivotal.
Tyler said he doesn't know what changed between the qualifying and the race, but when he went into turn 1, the rear just went on him. And I think everybody else is suffering in a similar way, to be fair. They're all getting caught out in random ways. I mean, we saw Simon Trendle's car snap on him twice. I know he got into the back of... Sorry?
Robin,
thank you, yeah. But again, that's not normally enough to send the car around. Gary Craig trying to figure out if Stephen Walker's got enough fuel to finish the race. Mark Draper's bailed into pit lane there. And I think there's going to be some last minute splash and dash going on.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were saying. I think Chris Shaw has pushed this race into an extra lap here, and I think some people are going to be in trouble.
Oh, here we go. Stephen Walker in the pits.
Here we go.
That's unusual, but not unheard of.
Yeah, Chris Shaw crossing the line? Not yet. Oh, that's wobbly. This is Chris Shaw coming around now for the win.
That is Chris Shaw for the win. Lights flashing.
And that's a championship win for Chris Shaw.
It should be.
Great drive.
Unless he's got a massive amount of X's and incident points, which we'd have seen in a penalty, then yes.
Well, Sam, I think Simon Trendle has got more points, more X's than him this evening.
I would agree with that. Yes, yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on there.
Yeah, I think we see some slow cars going around here. I think people are running out of fuel. It looks like Wobbly's giving
Ryan a push.
Ryan a bit of a push. These two are still pushing though for the win. Dan Mould and Sam Blees.
Yeah, and they're solar powered cars.
Yeah, then if hopefully they filled up enough to make it all the way to the end on full power.
An absolute superb drive from these two.
It has, and Dan Mould has managed to regain his lead, and unless there's going to be a massive send at the end of this from Sam Blees, which I can't believe will happen.
It looks like Gary Craig has run out of fuel there, it seems.
Oh no.
And Carl Hardy's inherited a podium position.
Oh, Sam's gone super wide, trying to hold the momentum in order to get the win here.
Oh, this is like down to the last bit.
Oh, God. Oh.
It's a good try by Sam Blees there.
That's an excellent bit of racing from those two. Gary Craig
absolutely brilliant.
Might finish in 100th here.
Yeah, it looks like...
Oh, Ryan's been abandoned.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I think Weber's gonna go and save Gary Craig.
At that speed, he's gonna wipe him out. There we go. So this race could go on for a long time yet. Who's that behind Gary?
That's wobbly, isn't it?
Matt Elmore's about to get a couple of positions potentially.
No,
or is he already finished? He's already finished.
Yeah.
So this is what teammates all about.
That's quality. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that we saw it getting very tight there. Chris Shaw took it a little bit further than what was expected. And yeah, he scored a few people out there.
That's the alternative version of a bump draft. That's called a destruction.
And probably 4 incident points, but
that's hilarious. Oh dear, funny stuff. And another 2 for fun. And another 4. Yeah, why not double it? Yeah, why not? So, that's the end of the race. At some point, this race might go official. And at that point, we'll be able to see who finished where.
Yeah, I think that we saw Chris Shaw taking that win there. Simon Trennell finished in 3rd in the end, so not too far behind. It's 1 position less than what he needed. But yeah, look at that, Chris Shaw winning with BSTV Sport Pink and taking the championship. Rob Venn, BSTV Orange, a good drive from Rob. A good clean drive, we should say, which got him that 2nd place. Simon Trennell for Team Chimera, 3rd place, with a lot of things happening. Jamie Wilson finishing in 4th for Team Chimera. Chris Needham, RWC Racing in 5th. Mark Draper, work hard by result. He was having a good race till he put it in the wall. Weber Niekamp, well, yeah, we saw what happened there. Stefan Goebel also got unlucky. And then Tyler Newitt in 9th went out on corner 1 for BSTV Esport Orange.
And then let's talk TCR once that trip's over. And here we go. So Dan Mulder's your race winner tonight for Ignium Motorsport. Sam Blees in 2nd place for Alpine Geodesic. Cal Hardy finished 3rd. He'll be happy about that. For Safeguard by Result, 4th was Shane Powell for Spectre 6 Silver. Stephen Walker and championship winner finished in 5th tonight for Spectre 6 Purple. Gary Craig 6th tonight, but 2nd overall in the championship for BSTV Esports Green. 7th was Matt Elmore for Spectre 6 Silver. Hang on a minute. There we go. Russell Cowell finished 8th for Spectre 6 Purple. Shane Powell, I think... I'm just checking my numbers. That's why I paused a minute ago. I think Shane Powell's finished 3rd in the championship, but I'll wait for Sam to correct me. Anyway, Ryan Walker finished 9th for BSTV Esports Blue. Jason Haddington finished 10th for RWC Racing 2. And then 11th was Scott Malcolm for Team Mads Immortal. Arnaud Chenonnier finished 12th for RWC Racing. I don't think that reflects where he should have finished because he was doing really well. Similarly for Martin Brennan in 13th for Safeguard by Result. And David Ayres, who bailed when his computer failed him, in 14th. And last, sadly, for Result Clothing iRacing Team. What a race for all the wrong reasons, guys. We saw more crashes tonight than collectively in every race for the rest of the season. And a lot of self-inflicted ones at that, Stacey. Suzuka's not been kind to these boys tonight, really, has it?
Absolutely bonkers. I mean, as you were saying earlier, you don't expect the guys to end up having all these incidents and crashes. But it was a good finish on both sides, TCR and GT4, because, of course, we've had Stephen Walker leading all the way through, and it's just nice to see Dan win, especially after last week.
Yeah, and Yaz, GT4, Chris Shaw taking the victory and the points, but it's there's 2 stories there, isn't there? Because Simon had probably the most crashy race I've ever seen him have. He's usually stable, consistent, safe, and then tonight 2 incidents that you could easily say were both of his own making, which is very sad.
Yeah, I think it's it's the last race of the season. Like we said, we saw so many incidents that we're not used to. But I think there was a lot of people fighting for position, being the last race of the season. And I think, Yeah, Simon was one of those. It was a winner to bin it, and that's all that was gonna count for him. And he was putting everything into it. And we saw him make some mistakes which we don't see very often. But yeah, it was he really had to go for it after that early incident up front that put him behind. He had no choice but to try and attack as much as possible. And unfortunately, he came off second best, or well, third in this race, but second best in the championship.
Okay, so we'll start our round of interviews with. Oh, what standings? What do you mean?
Yeah, the final standings of the league.
All right. Sorry, Chris. I'm going to evict you again because I'm rude like that. See you later.
I think it's best before we start interviewing people. What do you think?
Go on then. Why not? Put them on the screen then.
Okay, let's go with GT4s. Oh, you know what though? Let's go with TCR first and
TCR. Let's go on then.
Yeah, and keep the thing till the end.
Right. So I'm only going to do the top 5 because there's like a million of them. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I'm going to do the top 10.
Nah, you can stop at 9.
All right, okay. So, Stephen Walker is your championship winner. We've never done this before, Sam. This is new territory for me. 1,992 points. So, congratulations to Stephen Walker. Gary Craig. Yeah, good effort. You can almost hear the simulated champagne cork in the background. Gary Craig finished second on 1,486 points. And then Shane Powell for Spectre 6 finished third for 1,171 points. Matt Elmore finished fourth, another Spectre 6 driver, on 1,116 points. And Sam Blees for Geodesic, Alpine Stars Geodesic, finished in fifth with 1,108 points. And that's your top 5. The only other ones you need to know is that I finished in 10th. That's
and Cole Hardy 7th.
Do we need to mention that? I'm not sure we do.
Yeah,
he's in the booth. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so shall we have the GT4 ones for Yaz to run through?
So yeah, the GT4 field. Are
That's
we going backwards? Yeah. Mark Draper in 11th.
Of course, there's an issue with SDK when we show the standings.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Well, as we said, Chris Shaw taking it away there with 1,707 points over second place Simon Trendle, who tried his hardest to win that one on 1,675, so what's that, 32 points difference. Weber Niekamp in third on 1,509. Rob Wynn 1,332. And Stefan Goebel, a good fifth place for him on 1,191 points, beating out last year's champion Thailand, who missed a few races this season. He finishes up in sixth this season on 1,176. Jamie Wilson and Chris Needham, we can give them a good mention, both scoring over 1,000 points this season. Well done to them.
That's really good. And we'll do Driver of the Evening, although that's going to be a challenging one tonight, isn't it? Later on, what we will do is go back to our interviews, and we will try again and start with Chris Shaw. I'm going to hand you over to what? We're doing the team one now. What? All right, then we'll do the team one. Chris, you're going to have to sit there for a minute, mate. You all right with that?
Yeah.
Right, wicked. Right, so BSTV Esports Pink. There's 2 rubbish drivers drive for that, isn't there? Yeah. Anyway, they finished with 3,167 points, which is about 200 points ahead of Spectre 6 Purple. Again, 200-ish points above Team Chimera in third place, who finished 200 points again above BSTV Esports Orange. Then 250 points separates them from Spectre 6 Silver. BSTV Esports Green, the best team on the planet ever, with knobs on, finished in 6th place. VTS Esports finished in 7th. 8th was RWC Racing. 9th was Safeguard by Result. Alpine Stars Geodesic finished in 10th. RWC Racing 2 was 11th. BSTV Esports Blue, which has only got one driver, so he did really well, Ryan, in 12th. 13th was Sim Racing Channel. 14th was Result Clothing. 15th was Ignium. 16th was Work Guard by Result. Team Mad Immortal, which has just got Malcolm, finished 17th. And Team 404, Talent Not Found. Maybe I should race for them. Was 18th. So, Yaz, meet Chris.
Chris, meet Yaz. Chris, congratulations on your championship win, your race win.
Thank you.
You needed to pull that one off the over Simon to get the championship, and you managed to do that. Well done for your first season in the GT4s, and you've managed to take the championship. How did the season go for you?
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining. It was, yeah, I wasn't expecting that when I first started at the start of the season. Obviously, everyone was extremely quick all season, and it's been very unpredictable, you could say.
Yep, we saw quite a few different winners this season, which is different to the seasons we've had before. We kind of had some runaway championships, but this season there were 3-4 different winners coming through at any one time, but you managed to put in the consistency. When you didn't win, you stayed on the podium. Was there any sort of strategy you took through the season, or was it just a case of showing up and doing what you needed to do?
Yeah, it was more sort of just showing up and doing what I needed to at the time. I didn't really have a plan at any point, just get as many points as I could. It was only when it got to the last race I actually realised how close it was.
Yeah, being in the BSTV eSport team, we know that there's quite a few, let's call it funny guys in there who push each other along, very fast guys. Did that give you any sort of help and inspiration through the season?
Yeah, definitely. Especially as there was so many of us in there that it was sort of an inter-team battle to try and be the fastest in BSTV itself rather than just GT4.
Yeah. And what's it like now being the champion of the GT4? Are you going to stick with the Scar in the seasons to come?
I don't know yet, actually. I'm tempted to go back to TCR again, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't know. Some of the battles I've seen have been pretty good. So yeah, no, but there's been good battles throughout both this season, really good. So yeah, that has yet to be decided.
Looking back at the season, what would you say was your most memorable race for the season?
Donington.
Well, your most memorable last 3 seconds, basically. That's what it was, eh?
Yeah.
Well, well, it really has been fun to watch you race this season, and you've come out the deserved champion for season 5 of the GT4 TCR championship. Is there anybody that you'd before you go that you'd like to give shout outs to or thank yous to for the season that you've had?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, first BSTV itself for hosting it. Been another brilliant season. All the guys in the BSTV team just for always putting on a good show and fight. Specifically Wobbly for helping all season with setups and stuff. And yeah, it's just been absolutely fantastic. Good racing with Simon all season. Congrats to second, I suppose, but it's yeah, no, he put up a really good fight.
He did, yeah. But yeah, well done to you again, champion of season 5 of the GT4 TCR championship. So well done to you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was Chris Shaw, top of the panel for GT4. I'm going to bring in our season winner, our championship winner for TCR, Stephen Walker. You finished, hang on a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 7th?
It'd be 5th, I think.
5th, is it? Oh, I can't count. We'll go with 5th. Let's do that. You finished fifth tonight. Was that because of just fuel, or were other people better around Suzuka than you were?
A mixture of both, to be honest. I took out fuel in the pit stop thinking I wouldn't need that much, and then with 1 lap to go, I was like, oh, I'm not going to have enough. But then even if I hadn't, if I'd left what crew chief was going to put in, I still would have run out anyway. So I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, I know Gary suffered the same. Ryan suffered the same. So it's obviously an affliction of going 1 lap extra with the GT4s.
Yeah, it was a little bit annoying, but I mean, I wasn't at the races today. I was quite happy to have just finished the race, to be honest. I'm not very well, as you might be able to hear. So, racing driver excuses coming out already.
Yeah. Did you dog eat your homework and other stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've not got COVID, have you?
No, just
good.
I don't know what it is, but I know it's not COVID.
Good, that's good. We don't want to hear anybody getting that because it's vicious. But on another note, congratulations, you've won the championship, and the crowd goes wild. So a masterful season. You've won previously by upwards of 15 seconds in races. You've dominated the series, absolutely. Gary's the closest one that's taken it to you. We're watching on screen him in front of you, but that's not been the situation all season. What do you attribute it to? Masses of innate raw talent that you can then sell in small vials to the highest bidder, or lots and lots of practice?
If only I could do the first one.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? You'd make a fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a fortune, but a little bit to put on the side. I don't know, to be honest. Like, I don't do loads and loads of practice. I do most of the ones that Carl's obviously kind enough to put up, and I really appreciate him doing that. And if I feel like I am struggling a little bit, I will do a little bit of offline practice, but I don't do loads and loads. It's just having driven the TCR a lot over the last 6 months, that it's a car that I kind of know well. And I know, again, I've said this so many times, I do get a little bit lucky in some of the races. Not all of them, but some of them where the guys behind might just have a battle or just run wide and then it breaks the toe. And I can just, if I'm on my own, I can get in a rhythm, then I'll just do the laps and the laps and the laps. Whereas when I qualify lower down, as you can tell, it's a struggle for me to...
Yeah, I wouldn't call that luck. Being away from all the traffic is skill, and therefore you've basically created your own destiny there, which is a good destiny, to be honest. Matt Elmore says that you're suffering from man flu, which, as everybody knows, and Stacey will undoubtedly agree with, man flu is a killer, and it's something that should be utterly respected.
It's scientific fact that the flu virus affects men worse than it does women. So, I mean, and it was a woman, female-led research did that. You can Google it. I'm 99% sure that's true.
Yeah, the woman called Ralph agrees with you. Sorry, what was that, Stacey?
I'm actually going to agree tonight because,
oh my God,
Stephen, you always win. I was like, they've all paid you £100 each not to win, or you had to be, or you had to be ill, or you had to be ill.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was either or. So I'm actually going with it. I can hear you tonight. You've been off the pace because you're not well. Otherwise, you would have won.
I appreciate it. I'm not sure I would have won because Dan, I think, had the pace and then I lost the toe. But I would have been, if I hadn't have lost the toe, I would have been in with a chance. But those guys did well, and I do think they are faster than me. So if they're both around next season, I think as long as they can avoid their mistakes and I don't start making any, maybe I've used up all my luck, then I think it'll be a lot closer for the whole season. It should be really good. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, you did a brilliant job this season, Stephen, and I think we should all give you a lovely round of applause for winning in the TCR class this season. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting everything on and the sponsors and everything. It's really good fun. You make it a really, like a family-like atmosphere. It's really good fun.
Yes, it is. It's fantastic. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to, or have you already done that? I can't remember.
No, just the rest of my team. for sorting themselves out. Shane, who's come along really well the last, I think, 3 or 4 races. And then my brother for giving me moral support and telling me to stop being rubbish.
That's the ultimate moral support. In that case, our championship winner, Stephen Walker, thank you and see you next season.
Yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Okay, next we shall hand you another GT4 racer, Yaz, in the form of Rob Venn, who finished second tonight.
Rob Venn, second place, another podium for you tonight. Well done in the final race of the season. That was a race of survival more than anything else. You managed to keep it clean and got yourself on the podium there. Well done. How did that go?
Yeah, it was hard work, but yeah, essentially, I didn't really have much pace and that type of thing, and so I just tried to keep it clean. And yeah, I got lucky really because people were spinning off left, right, and centre. Yeah, it was really hard work, but yeah, good and yeah.
Yeah. This race we saw a lot of people doing a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing in a race car. You managed to keep it clean. Peter mentioned a little bit earlier that this track is quite slippery. Did you find that you needed to do a little bit or just keep a little bit more control around here? Today?
Yeah. I mean, the track was a lot more slippery than let's say the practice sessions that Carl put up. Which, to be honest, I think it helped me a little bit because I didn't have the outright pace. I was consistent, but I wasn't fast. So you almost had to be pretty careful. You sort of didn't have your margin for error or whatever. There was no real margin for error in terms of it. Once the car started to slide, you're on the grass. But yeah.
We see you finishing 4th in the championship this season behind Chris Shaw, Simon Tindall, and Wobbly Niekamp, who were just in a totally different pace league to anybody else this season, but a good 4th place for you. How do you feel about that finish for the season?
Well, it's sort of been a funny season for me because I had a good start, a bad middle with some IT problems and silly stuff, and then I've had a good end. I just sort of I need to keep my momentum a little bit, don't I? Because I've had the last couple of results have been pretty good. I've been on the podium, so just need to keep that momentum into the next season.
Yeah, and did you find the season? We had to call it a bad patch over the last couple of seasons. This season, the guys have come out and shown some good pace and some good competition.
Yeah. I mean, the level, let's say the GT4 fields definitely took a step up this season. And yeah, I mean that's been difficult, and it's sort of it's trying to catch up all the time, isn't it? I'm trying to catch the likes of sort of Wobbly and Simon, and Tyler. But it's funny because the harder the league is, the sort of more enjoyment you get from the results and that type of thing. So yeah, getting a second place in this is sort of equivalent to getting a win last season, I think, in a way, because of the quality of the field's taking that step up now, and it's really hard work.
Yeah, we definitely saw a step up in the quality of the field, and that just shows your 4th place was a really good finish in the end, of a 12-week season. I'm sure we'll see you again if this is run next season again. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Thank you for the season.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys for setting up the stream and doing the commentary, and Clyde in the background for doing all the league stuff. The team, so all the people in the Discord, so like Gary, Pete when he's racing, Tyler, Wobbly, congratulations to Chris for winning the GT4s, and I mean everyone who races in the season series, because it's a really good series. It's the best one I've driven in, and all the people watching.
Oh, well done again. Good podium finish for the last race of the season, and we look forward to seeing you next season again.
Yeah, I'll be back. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Oh, that was Rob Van. It's a challenge to know what to do next, isn't it? Do you bring in the second place finisher overall in TCR, or do you bring in the first place finisher from tonight in TCR, or do you bring in the next to the GT? Oh, who knows? All I know is I'm going to bring in Gary Craig, who is my teammate, and finished second overall. And he's not done well tonight because he's got Scott Malcolm's fuel calculator in his car. But I think it's actually to do with the fact that Chris Shaw went 1 lap longer than he expected him to. Good evening, Gary Craig.
Good evening. Yeah, I think it was a very slow pace on the GT4s. Not that he went 1 lap longer.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a championship at play and taking no risks kind of thing.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, Simon didn't do himself any favours with his spins. So yeah, probably Chris Shaw hedging his bets and keeping it clean. You had a great race up until I reckon the second to last lap. Yeah.
No, not really.
Right, okay.
Didn't seem to have great pace tonight. Like I stayed behind Stephen for a bit, but like we were dropping behind the lead too. And then once Stephen got away, like after I came out of the pits, I was a second lap slower. I just couldn't make any time up. But yeah, it doesn't matter. There was nothing really on the line tonight. It was just a bit of a laugh. And then yeah, that last couple of laps were hilarious.
Yeah, I mean you finished second overall in the championship. Stephen Walker was pretty much imperious for many of the races this season, winning by huge margins at certain points. What do you think you can do next season to close that in?
Find out where he lives and cut the internet to it.
All right, yeah, that's a good childish tactic.
I mean, honestly, the pace, even just throughout this season, has gone up. Everyone's just getting super quick. Stevens, as you say, he's been super good this year, and Sam coming in, Dan coming in. I know Mark's not been about too much this season, but he's right there. There's like Ryan's jumped in and he's instantly on the pace, and I think everyone is just pushing everyone else's pace up. And it's just getting so quick, and like I know I'm a couple of tenths off those quick guys now, and yeah, it's not a case of what can you necessarily do yourself. It really is just a case of trying to go on and move forward with the pack, and there's just that natural ebb and flows. I think everyone's improving, that everyone just does it at slightly different rates. But yeah, I think the standard of driving for everyone this season has improved as the season went on. It's been fantastic.
It has. Everybody's distinctly leaving me behind. I'm not able to practice as much for all sorts of commitments, including broadcasting. I did hear what Rob said in the last interview, by the way, which said he likes me when I'm racing, but clearly not when I'm broadcasting because he didn't mention that. Anyway, really a standout season for you, and really it's just how do you regroup and take it to Stephen next season. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before you go and celebrate your second place overall in the championship for TCR?
Yeah, obviously everyone involved with BSTV for not only organising the championship but doing all of the broadcasts. There's a lot of you all have been jumping in the booth this year, often when not planned, and taking over, and just everyone just gets stuck in. It's great for all of us who race in the leagues to be able to have something as fun to watch back afterwards, and also the atmosphere that the BSTV leagues bring, because everyone is in the waiting room pretty much who's competed this season just having a laugh now and really just having a good chat, and I know other leagues don't get that. So a big thank you to everyone involved in BSTV for the league and the broadcast, because it really is a nice community. And of course it wouldn't be the same without the people who actually drive in it as well. So just really good group of guys who race. So thanks to everyone for the whole season.
Yeah, very well said. Congratulations again for second in the championship. And where did you finish tonight? Like 6th or something?
I have no idea.
Somewhere.
Somewhere where I could have done with another litre of fuel, I think.
Yeah. Gary Craig.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Awesome stuff. Right then, I'm going to change things up, and I'm going to take the next interview as well, because I really want to speak with Jamie Wilson. Jamie, are you there?
I am. Hello.
Awesome. Good stuff. Team Chimera had a mixed bag of fortune tonight, and it didn't play well for Simon in his chase for the title. And even yourself had a spin towards the end. Or rather, was it coming together with Stefan? Is that the right one?
Both.
Both, right? Okay.
Column A and column B. No, I dipped a wheel halfway through Dunlop, which is never good news.
Right. Yeah.
And then as I was coming back up to speed, Stefan was coming with a head of steam. I didn't turn in at the thing at Degner 1 because he's got to run, fair enough. But he sort of, I don't know if he carried too much speed in or something. I couldn't disappear, so.
Yeah, he kind of straight lined it, didn't he?
He roll it, I think.
No, he didn't actually roll it. But he'd have been travelling towards the gravel either way. And you had to turn in at some point. I think that one was preordained at the point where he was coming through on your inside. But real shame for Simon tonight. He lost it in last bend, or last curve rather, and then had another incident later on where he got into the back of Rob. Not
quite.
Oh right, go on.
So I think he's testing it at the moment. We think he's got some sort of controls issue, and the override button was being pressed without his knowledge.
Oh. So traction control kicking in when he didn't want it?
Well, opposite.
Didn't kick in. Right, okay.
So, and you don't get any indication on the dash or anything like that with the override button. It's for getting yourself out of, spinning yourself back on the track sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it may well be that button was pressing itself. So, because that one with Rob, it wasn't contact. He had just lost it over the curb because the TC was off.
Oh, right. From our camera angle, it looked like he might have made, superficial contact.
Yeah. No, I called it out straight away because obviously I was right behind. I had a good view of it, and I was like, that didn't look right. Something's weird. And he said that when he sort of spanned the car around to get back on track, he was spinning the wheels on the grass, which wouldn't normally happen because the TC of the car was on.
Right.
But the override must have still been on because it spanned the tyres. So that's the theory at the moment. Can I just check as well, Sam, not to put you on the spot or anything, that table that you had up earlier, I confess I had the stream muted at the time. Is that the right numbers? Because I thought those are the numbers before tonight.
What numbers are you talking about?
Points totals, GT4.
Yeah, finishing standings.
Yeah, that's the end result. It's up on the website and everything.
Okay, fair enough. I must have just looked at it the instant that you had updated on the website. Fair enough.
Clyde did it, so I don't know at what time exactly he did it, but when I got this go, I got the result from the website and the end race.
Yeah, how about we blame it on Clive blighting?
Yeah, I've never seen him do anything so quick. It was literally pass across the line. There you go.
Not unless there's cake involved or alcohol.
Fair enough.
So, a great season for you and Simon overall, though. You finished 7th, but you didn't have all the races under your belt. Simon finished 2nd overall, and arguably, if he'd had no traction control issues, could easily have finished top of the pile. Are Team Chimera going to come back next season?
Yeah, I believe that's the plan in the absence of a better one. So,
right,
up in the air as to what we drive in it at the moment. We kind of done the BMW, might draw a line under it and give ourselves either a challenge in one form or the other with the other two cars, which we both didn't prefer when we were testing for this season. So, we're certainly looking at coming back. It's certainly a fantastic league to be part of, as I've said before. It just goes without saying. And I had to miss a few races early on in the season, and I didn't really get the full potential out of the car or anything. But I'm still pretty happy with where I ended up and how we ended up collectively as well. So.
Okay. In that case, congratulations on your 7th in the championship and on 4th tonight. No fuel issues for you, as there was with some others.
That's quite amusing.
Little
listening
giggle
to the chatter about that at the time.
Yeah, that's always a funny one, isn't it? For people with their solar powered cars or not, as the case may be. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to?
Yep, Simon for just being better than me in every way as usual. And providing me with the most oversteery setup in the world tonight. And yourselves putting it on all of the other drivers, both classes. This is a huge pleasure to be part of, and yeah, looking forward to a repeat next time round.
Awesome stuff. In that case, congratulations again, Jamie Wilson.
Cheers.
Simon Trendle's joined us in the booth, and as soon as he finished second, and I didn't see him in the booth the first time around, I'm going to hand him over to you, Yaz. Simon Trendle, our second place TCR Championship finisher, and third tonight. So over to you, Yaz.
TCR?
That's the
GT4. Yeah, that's
second
the big
place
one, yeah? The big one that's like a bus. Yeah, that'd be the BMW, yeah.
Simon, you had an eventful night tonight, but chasing that championship didn't go quite as planned in the last race. But how did the season panned out pretty well right up to the end there?
Yeah, it was going right well up until this race. It was going really well. Yeah, it's been an interesting championship. Obviously, I knew I was in with a shout of it, but I really didn't think I'd deserve it because Chris had the big drop round last time. Wobbly had been a bit unlucky, but a lot more dominant than I had. I just managed to turn up to every race and not fall back, and then I do that. So, yeah, clumsy race from me.
Yeah, it was a bit of a clumsy one. I think when we were talking about it in the booth through the race, and it was just one of those races where you seem to be chasing it very hard and made a few mistakes. Would that about sum it up?
Yeah, there's multiple things. I hadn't done that much practice other than an hour yesterday, or well, not even an hour, 45 minutes in the official practices in the night. So I hadn't seen it in the day. Wasn't used to the sun in my eyes for some of it. I just tried to make the car match the times at the front, and it made it a death trap. So I suffer from that. And then the race was entirely my fault. I'd used the traction override to get off the start and put some heat into the rears, and it didn't turn itself off. So hence why I landed off that curb in the chicane, and the car looped around.
Oopsie. And then so just looking back at the season, were there any memorable highlights for you? Anything that stands out in the season that you'll remember, that you can think back on?
Yeah, all the great races I've had with Chris, Wobbly, Tyler, Stefan at times as well. It's been great fun. If I'd have chosen the races I thought I might win, I wouldn't have chosen Charlotte and Lime Rock because I don't like those tracks very much either of them. So maybe I need more tracks I don't like.
Well, you've managed to finish second in what is your first season with this league, and we've just spoken to Jamie now, and you guys are looking to come back again next season, perhaps in a different car. Would you concur with that thought?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to rotate if there's options available. So yeah, maybe I'm thinking McLaren just because everyone thinks it uses more fuel. Sounds like a challenge to me.
Sure. Well, we look forward to seeing you come back again next season. It's been a pleasure to watch you race through the season. You had some good ones, some good results, and yeah, that obviously shows in finishing second. You just couldn't get it to stick tonight. But well done again on that second place in the championship, third place this evening, and yeah, we do look forward to seeing you next season. Is there anybody you'd like to thank or give a shout out to for the season that's passed?
For the season, yep, you guys for broadcasting and everyone just for being there. Everyone in GT4 class, because it's been small at times, but lots of people turned up and it's always been great racing. Apart from today, where I ruined it all by not making it interesting at all.
Yeah, well, we look forward to seeing you next season, and hopefully we can get a bigger field in here to give you more of a challenge with the guys up front. But yeah, congratulations on that second place.
Thank you, and well done to Chris as well for winning, obviously.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
That was Simon Trendle, second place overall in GT4. Just to correct myself yet again. Okay, so next for myself is going to be Carl Hardy. He of the practice session aficionado. You pay for pretty much all the practice sessions that this league runs, Carl, and you finished third tonight. That's probably one of your better results, right?
Oh, it was he was given to me, wasn't it? So funny.
Sort of, but you know,
so
manna from
funny.
heaven. Take it when you can get it.
Oh mate, honestly, I was in the same situation, and like, Mark was behind me. He goes, "Just go, I'll push you." So I did.
Yeah.
But I made it to the end anyway. So yeah, that was well funny. Cheers.
Yeah, it's better than other people managed tonight in terms of fuel.
I bet you cried, didn't you? I bet you cried.
There was a small tear that rolled down my cheek at one point. Yes, I won't tell you which cheek it was, but yes, I was bitterly disappointed for Gary.
How many times did you squeal when I got close to the back end of him?
Yeah, there was a few of them. But anyway, we're not talking about squealing. You're like in the damn old fan club. Anyway, it's been a great season for you. You finished 7th overall. Were you the highest performing result car? Yes, you were. So you've led your team. And what can you do next season to bring it to the rest of them?
I don't know. They're another world, aren't they? You know that.
I don't know what you mean.
To be I think we're quite happy midfield, mate, and having a little laugh amongst ourselves. I don't care about them front runners.
I would be happy to be called midfield.
Mate, you don't even put yourself down, young man. You're there 100%.
Yeah, I'll have to do a lot more practice than I currently do, it has to be said. But broadcasting commitments aside, you put on the practice sessions for everybody each week without fail, which everybody really does appreciate. I do fantastically appreciate that because that's no small feat, it has to be said. I've covered for you on the very rare occasion when you weren't able to for your own personal life choices, which I find selfish, but there you go. But yeah, great season, great race. I've seen you evolve as these seasons have gone on. This is season 5, and hopefully it'll go on for another 5 seasons.
Yeah, damn bloody right. Yeah, 100%. It's just the drivers, isn't it? It's the drivers, you lot running it, because that's what makes it. And you guys put it down into the drivers. You've chose the drivers, and it's gone from there, hasn't it? Everybody gets on. We were just saying it, like just waiting. Everybody gets on. Everybody has a laugh. All right, now and again there's a little bit of a sulk, but you know what? Everybody grabs it, carries on to another day, don't they? I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Alan Toon was on the chat tonight. Very, very vocal. It's the last race of the season. Everybody's looking towards who's going to win it and who's going to carry that trophy into next season. And in this league, it was Stephen Walker. So have you got any answer for Stephen Walker at all?
I'll just take him out.
Take him out, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. A sniper in the crowd.
We can work on that together. Right, we can get our tactics worked out.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
Absolutely.
Take the dirty tactic, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Jesus, that guy was ill tonight as well.
I know. What have you got to do to like push him off? I mean,
just short fill him. That
yeah,
works.
pretty much. Yeah, seems to. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go, mate?
Well, all of you guys at BSTV, 100%. Brilliant, well done, and ladies, sorry.
Thank you, Carl.
Before I get a message having a go at me, and all the drivers, obviously, Rizal, all of my teammates, but all the drivers. It's been a fantastic season. Well, even from day one, it's been brilliant. So, roll on to another couple of weeks, and we can start again.
Awesome stuff. In that case, Cal Hardy, 7th overall in the championship. Thank you very much for an entertaining season, and we'll see you next time round.
Yeah,
well done, Carl.
Cheers, Dace. Take care.
Cool. Right then, for Yaz's interview pleasure, we have Scott Malcolm this evening.
Hi, Scott. Good evening. I had another good race this evening. Not too wonderful. I had a few incidents. But how did that race go for you this evening?
I was actually enjoying myself in the second half of that race. That was pretty good for my standards.
Yeah. Last race of the season. Was it good enough to have you excited to come back again for next season?
Oh yeah, I'll be here next season. I'm not getting forced out of this league, even though some folk are trying to do that anyway. But there's no way I'm, leaving. I'll leave in one team.
Yep. You're definitely enjoying yourself there. We saw a couple of battles that you were in there tonight. So I'm sure you enjoyed yourself tonight with the guys around there. Where do you see you're going to be putting in some more time for next season? You didn't start the season with us. You sort of joined towards the back end. We're going to see you for the full one next season, and you're going to put in all the time there.
Yeah, I'll be here for the full season, I reckon. I'm putting in as much time as I possibly can. I always do that.
That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Will you? Is there any shout-outs and thank yous you want to do for the season that you've had?
Just for you guys for putting these leagues on, and to Result Clothing as well.
Yep. Okay then. Well done again. Was glad to have you back here in the league, and we look forward to seeing you next season.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yep. Cheers, my man.
Cheers.
Cheers, Scott. See you next season, mate.
See ya.
So, who's left? The whole field have been in the interview room tonight. It's just been ridiculous. So we might finish these interviews sometime around 1 a.m. But sadly, we've only got one interview left, and sadly, it's Wobbly. So, good evening, Wobbly. How are you doing?
Is this Peter? Yeah, this is Peter, right? Hi.
Hey,
Hey, he's figured it out. Good lad. He can read and everything. We've been on the beer tonight. We know the answer to this, so don't lie to us, because we actually saw you on your inset camera drinking beer while you were driving. What sort of example do you think you're saying?
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know what it is. I mean,
what is
my
that?
wife, the Crafting Brewing Company. It's from Ireland or something.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, about the race. I mean, it was just I had understeered the first corner, and I just didn't expect Simon to be so aggressive there. So it was my fault for turning in too hard, but I just didn't expect him to be there. But I could have guessed, because he was fighting for the championship and I wasn't.
Yeah.
So all good on that. I mean, I was mad. I wasn't mad, but I was annoyed. And then Tyler said it was your fault, and I was like, "Oh, sorry." Then usually Tyler is right about stuff like that.
Yeah, true. And your season's been a very successful one. Last time out, you got taken out, and that's probably ruined your chances of getting into the top position. I'm just trying to get the standings back up again. You finished third, and you were 200 points behind Chris Shaw, there or thereabouts. Do you think next season you'll be able to get that top spot from Chris or Simon or Rob or Tyler or Jason or any of the ones that are up there vying for that position? Because it's quite a hot league, isn't it, the GT4?
Yeah, Simon and Chris were really up there. I mean, I think Tyler just didn't had to practice to be straight up, and I mean, I believe that I was the fastest one, but I also was the one who made the most mistakes. And you just get punished in this league for making mistakes, because there's this guy on broadcast who just annoys the shit out of me sometimes. Okay. Besides that, it's just they were really good drivers, and they just really, really fast. And if you just put one foot wrong, then they will take advantage of it, which makes it a lot of fun, because you're really gonna get pushed around and just gotta bring the best of yourself everywhere.
Yeah, sorry, I'm busy laughing at a GIF that Yaz has put on the consultant's channel.
Then post it in the channel. I want to see it, Jazz.
Nah.
Come on, Jazz.
that one's a classic. Sorry.
Jazz.
No, it's not happening. Anyway.
Jazz.
Honestly, I can't speak. It's that funny.
No.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
No, we're not having it. Yeah, don't do it, Yaz.
Yes.
Is that a I just want to know, is that your Barbie Dreamhouse behind you there?
I'll show it to you. You really want to see it? Wait.
How is Yaz keeping a straight face and speaking normally after posting
look at this.
that?
What is this?
So this is basically oh wait, it's up.
Yeah,
it is a kind of childish farm thingy which I play with all the time. You know.
Right. Okay.
As I told you last week.
That's your groin. That's not a childish play thingy.
Ah, that's a childish play thingy as well. Now it's all fucked up again. Oh, this is better. There it is.
There we go. How do I get rid of this?
Oh no, it's too low, right? This is. You can still see my face. So anyway, that's a child thing from my daughters, and we put it up here because we have a very big attic, and it's kind of my wife's office, and then she can just play around when we move here. And obviously, I'm working in the sim.
So, Chris Shaw and Simon are obviously a lot better than you.
Go. I swallowed my words there.
There we go. So, what are you going to do in order to get yourself top of the pile in GT4 next year, or are you going to join the real boys in TCR?
No, I'm not sure about anything yet. I'm definitely gonna drive the championship, but in what car? It's just. I'm hoping for Aston Martin GT4, but I think it'll come.
Get in the BMW.
Yeah, I wanted
Stacey
to, but
in the bloody BMWs.
yeah, but, I mean, I get it. It's a fun car, but on this track, it was just. I just couldn't get the car to turn, and respect for Simon and Jamie that they tried because it was horrendous.
Yeah, they have their own individual troubles tonight. Thanks for the tour of your attic, or rather, where your wife imprisons you.
Yeah, she does.
That's the way I'm viewing it. Anyway, let's hope you can improve so that you can take it to Simon. What was your obsession with the alternative pit lane, by the way?
Yeah, I did it like 20 times or something.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we caught it like maybe twice.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to try it flat, and when I tried it flat, I killed both my wing mirrors, and the car was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was class. Yeah, that was fun. So, anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we kick you out of the booth?
Well, all the other drivers, the BSTV guys, Chris for winning the championship, Simon for being an awesome opponent, Stacey for rooting for me, Jas for the retarded gift you're about to send me, Pete, not you, Sam for beating me.
In that case, yeah, nobody needs to say anything. It's all been done. In that case, Wobbly, we will see you next season. I'll probably see you in the next race, no doubt. And look forward to racing with you again.
I'm not looking forward to racing with you.
No, it sucks, doesn't it? Anyway, get out. Okay, so, right, where are we? What month are we in? Is this August? No, it's September now, isn't it? So, someone has already put a line through Suzuka. That's so premature.
Are we still going to do driver of the race or not?
Do we have to?
Yeah.
I can't win it. So, have you got it on screen, Sam, or not? Yeah, hurry up. I've been waiting for you all night. I can't even see it because I don't know where I've put my... Oh, there we go. Right, okay, so, driver of the evening. Let me have a quick look down the list. Blah. He was alright, he was rubbish. He wasn't much good. I'm going to give this one to Mr. Dan Mould. So he stealthed his way through. He pitted earlier than everybody else. He knew what he was doing, and he's minted it. So Dan Mould gets my vote for the night. Is that his first one? Oh, unlucky Dan, but at least you got one, mate. Let's go to... We're going to go to Stacey next. Stacey?
Don't do this to me. There's so many. Well, you could say Dan because he won, which is awesome. But then I was thinking Cole Hardy because he did so amazingly well.
You only like him because he drives in a yellow car.
No, but I'm going to have to do this purely for the entertainment factor, and you're going to hate me, but it's got to be Wobbly.
Oh, hated for life. Hated forever.
No, that cut out.
Right.
We don't have it. No.
What? Is that a banned
The
one?
vote is not counting. It's not. No, we did not hurt Stacey. No.
And I'm doing this for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. It's still wrong. Anyway, Yaz.
Yeah, I think that I'm doing this for the reasons that Sam and Pete knows. I'm gonna give it to Wobbly as well.
What are you doing? Why would you do that?
Wobbly's done nothing today. I mean, about being rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know what it means to the two of you, so for other things that may have occurred this evening, I'm giving it to Wobbly tonight. He's put on an entertaining show, as Stacey has said.
Yaz, can we finish off this broadcast with what I did earlier? Can we do it?
No, you're going to make me retract that vote.
Oh, you're not going to do the song? Okay, fine.
Do it. Oh, why is Wobbly on the top of this? Right, Sam, save us from these idiots, will you?
Well, the thing is, Simon did. It was not a good race.
No, you're not going to be able to
Simon.
do it, are you?
No, and Steven, it would not be fair. It was an okay race from Steven, but it was not the
I
best.
can't believe this. Do you actually win a prize for this?
Yeah, you've got a beanie.
Oh,
a BSTV beanie hat.
I haven't even got a beanie hat. For Christ's sake, I work for these lot.
Yes,
Anyway.
I know it.
Right, cast your vote, because it's not going to depose Wobbly.
No, mine will go for, well, 2, either. Dan.
Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, and I think that's fair. He did a great race tonight. It's been an extraordinary race, I'm going to describe it tonight. Lots and lots of incidents that we don't normally see from these guys, and I can only put that down to the track and the event, which is the last race of the season, and the desperation to do as best as they can in the circumstances that they're handed. I've just seen Sam's message on the Discord chat. That's quite funny. I've enjoyed tonight in a strange situation. The broadcast has gone on forever. We had the entire league in the interview room at one point. Yes, I did ask for it, apparently. Yes. What have we got for you coming up? So on Saturday, this coming Saturday, we've got V8 ESC. We're at Twin Ring Mategi for rounds 13 and 14 of that. Please don't miss it, because that's going to be brilliant. It's been a while since the V8 ESC boys have driven, and it should be exciting. What? Yeah, it's a while.
2 weeks, it's not that much.
Oh, is that the sound of one hair splitting? I think it is. Anyway, moving on to the 11th of September. It's the... Sorry, Yaz is still putting GIFs on Discord, and they're getting funnier. The 11th is the next level 12-hour Barcelona race, which I need all the help with in the booth I can get. Wobbly's going to join. Stacey, you're going to join with Martin, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe
that. Yeah.
That was resigned, wasn't it? And then on the 15th, we are with the GT4 TCR League for round 1 of season 6. We don't know where we're racing at yet, but it's going to be an hour, and it's going to be great. So I'm going to say goodnight tonight. It's been a great season. We've seen some very big ups and very big downs, and that's what makes the broadcasting pleasures to do in all the right and wrong reasons. I'm going to hand you over to my colleagues, and I'm going to hope that you join us for next season. And good night.
Thanks everyone for watching. Well done to all the drivers. Absolutely brilliant. I can't wait for next season. Good night from me.
Well done to our champions this season. It's been a good season for you all. And we look forward to seeing you back next season. Sorry, not next year, next season.
And that's a good night for me. And yeah, congratulations all the winners and for everybody participating. It's a great league. Looking forward to the next one.